If you're running a service business, Google reviews aren't just a nice thing to have. They're the difference between getting a phone call and not getting one. In this video, I'm going to show you how to get more 5-star reviews without begging, without bribing, or without bugging the crap out of your clients. Let's get into it. All right, when you're talking about review generation, one of the things you have to do is talk about the goal. The goal in this case is pretty darn simple. It is to make a simplified process for your clients to leave a review. There are a lot of methods that people implement to gather reviews. Some of them you might not be aware of, and a lot of them I know that you are because this has been going on for years now. There's a whole cottage industry in it. Automated requests. I know you've heard of Bird Eye or Podium. There's dozens and dozens of other guys out there that do that. It seems like everything like what do you call these big ERPs where you get Service Titan, and that's another bell that they add on to it, or you get House Call Pro, and that's another bell they add on to that. And so you may have just become aware that there are automated ways of getting reviews. What I want you to learn through this video is that there are less expensive ways of doing it, but they're probably even better built than what Podium or any of the other companies I've already mentioned offer. So some of those automated ways of dealing with this is two things we need to cover here are what they call drip campaigns, where the SMS message is automatically sent out, the emails are automatically sent out. In fact, 2 or 3 days later, it'll send another email. A week later, it'll send another email. The importance of doing it this way is timing. You need to do it right when the invoice is completed or the payment's completed, while it's still fresh on the client's mind, the service that you would perform for them. I mean, just think about it. Let's say you had got someone had done something for you and then sent you requesting a review a month later. If you'll do it this way, you can pretty much get straight into it. It's fresh on their minds. Maybe they'll even include some photographs with the review. You're requesting a Google review, but also I'm going to cover in a minute that you're requesting a Facebook review and why you're doing that. Okay, the next way to do it is through direct links. Direct links are ways, let's see, there's a bunch of ways you can do it. And I'm going to show you one in a minute. It's a QR code. Some people have an electronic card that you can offer someone. I don't know if you can see it here. Let's see if this will focus in. I have sent myself, I do not carry business cards for my business. I carry, when I meet someone, I get their phone and put it straight in my phone, and then I send it to them. Now, these people are going to already be your clients because you're closing out the ticket on it. And so what I do, so I can make it work here, I'm going to hold it back here. I click on, there's a tablet, a pad down there at the bottom, clipboard, thank you. And secondly, here I have request a review, and I hit send. You'll hear it come across. And basically what it says is, there you go, it came across to me. Please leave a Google review for Micromanaged Media, and the direct link, and when you click on that link, it goes straight through to my Google account, Google business profile. And so that's the way to do it. That needs to be on every one of your technicians. In fact, you need to sit down in morning meetings and practice smoothly handing those things over. One of the things I've taught my guys to do in the past, my clients to do in the past, is get a pocket full of gift cards. Not that you're buying their review. Don't do that. I'm buying them to do it now while I'm standing here. And so what I'll tell them is, if you'll do this right now, while I'm packing up my tools, I will give you this $10 gift card. Again, I'm not bribing you to give me a good review. I'm bribing you to do it right now. Because we all, one of the old time saying is the road to hell is paved with good intentions. All right, the next thing I want to talk about is streamlined processes. These processes don't just happen. It's why people buy House Call Pro to begin with. I'm telling you, 90% of you that have bought House Call Pro, Service Titan, one of the reasons you bought it is because it had an automated way of requesting reviews. That said, though, you still need to use this direct link method. You still need to use a method I'm going to show in a minute, QR codes. Well, I'm going to talk about that right now. The QR codes, they're business cards you can buy now that are metal, I think kind of like a credit card, and if you swipe near their phone, it'll pull it up. I suggest doing this. I can print these up, give them to all of my, you can give them to all your technicians. What it is I do it as part of the service for my clientele. And so I've got a special place that I can order 1,000 of these. They're two-sided. They can write on them their name and the service that they did for the client, hand it over to them, and then while they're cleaning up their tools, the person leaves the review, and then when you come back in, you give them the gift card for having done it in such an expedited way. Real quick, if you're getting any value out of this video at all, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss more stuff like this. And hey, drop a comment. I'll pick one of them at random, and you may be the one that gets 1,000 of these business cards with the QR code on them to hand out to get more Google reviews. It's a service I provide my customers with anyway, and maybe you'll be the one that gets chosen. All right, so now let's talk a little bit more about I'm just going to kind of wrap the parts that we've spoken about up earlier under the term streamlined process. You've got to have a process for it. You've got to have the cards on hand. You've got to have the gift cards on hand. You've got to be signed up for one of these deals that will do automated requests to streamline your process, because it's hard enough to get reviews anyway. Speaking of which, one reason why it's hard, guess what percentage of people don't have a Gmail account? Or better yet, let's guess what percentage of people own an iPhone instead of they're not even in the Google environment to begin with. That's part of the problem. People will tell you, Google will tell you, it's really easy to convert a email account. I don't know if you knew this or not, but you can convert any email account into a Google account. There's instructions all over the internet for it. I'll do one day here if you want me to. Put it down in the comments. But you have to have a Google, an email associated with a Google account, which we typically think of as Gmail accounts, to leave a Google review, good, bad, or indifferent. And so 55% of the people aren't even qualified to leave you a Google review. And that's why you send these things out and they return undone. That's why it's important on your QR codes, direct links, in your drip campaigns to include a second one, and that would be Facebook. At least, I can't name anybody that's not on Facebook. And so at least they'll be able to leave you a review there. Certainly not going to hold the water that a Google review will, but that's just the way it is. Maybe one day, I'm working on a process. I've done it for some condo rental people, where people could scan a QR code, leave a very detailed review. In fact, when I send out reviews, I teach my people that what we will do is not just send out a review request, we send out a customer satisfaction survey. And in that customer satisfaction survey, it'll be like 4 or 5 questions, bam, bam, bam. All you have to do is on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 to 5, 1 to 5, each one of them. Then it will take an average of that score and if the average is 4 or 5, it will then send them to leave a Google review and or a Facebook review. If it's below 4, what it will then do is send them to another contact form that when they fill it out and put their complaint in it, it will come straight to you via text message or via, I really like using Google Chat if y'all hadn't tried that yet. So that's the way to do it. I hope that helps. You don't have to use the ecosystem of a Service Titan to get more reviews. People can set those up totally outside of those. Podium and them, I believe, are $200 or $300 a month per company. That's a lot to bite off for that when you can have one built for you for not much more than that, and then you've got it forever. So anyway, appreciate you listening to me this long. Let's make some money together. I want to see you guys successful. See ya.